After the heroes' test battle against Goku, Invincible and the Immortal took a moment to catch their breath, while Goku stretched with his usual carefree smile. Despite having been defeated without Goku even making much of an effort, Mark and the Immortal didn't feel frustrated. Instead, they felt inspired by what the future might hold for them. Cecil, who had been watching everything from the control room, turned off his monitor and picked up his intercom. "Well done, guys. This has given us valuable information. Goku, your power is truly amazing, and your abilities are very versatile. For now, we need some time to discuss how you fit into all this so you can help us against potential threats." "Sure, although I'd like to eat something first, since I haven't eaten anything since I arrived." Mark was a bit surprised by Goku's attitude. He really was pretty laid back, despite everything going on, but in a way, he liked that about him. "Yeah, after that I think we could all use a break, and I know a place where we can grab something to eat. Would you like me to take you, Goku?" "Absolutely! I'm more than eager to eat something." "What do you think, Cecil? Can I take him outside so he can eat? Maybe I can show him a bit of the city, too." Cecil spent a couple of seconds thinking about Mark's request. He reasoned that Goku wasn't currently a threat, so he could allow it. "Very well. Since he's cooperated with everything we've asked so far, you can take him with you. Just make sure he doesn't empty out the entire restaurant's kitchen." A few minutes later, Goku and Invincible left the base and headed into the city streets. Mark guided Goku to a small but cozy place where they sold giant hamburgers. As soon as they arrived, Goku didn't waste any time ordering and began eating, his eyes glowing with excitement. Mark was speechless at how Goku devoured his food in a matter of seconds, worrying about how much it would all cost, while the restaurant employees looked on, stunned. Even so, the atmosphere stayed relaxed. "Wow, I never thought you could eat like that." "You don't eat this way?" "No, I can't do it like that." "Well, I usually eat a lot. It helps me recharge my energy for fighting." "Besides that, think you could tell me more about where you come from? I'm interested in what you mentioned earlier." "You mean the Saiyans?" "Yeah, but I also want to know what life was like there." "Honestly, I don't know too much about the Saiyans, but I can tell you that almost all of them were wiped out when the planet they lived on exploded." Invincible was pretty shocked to hear that. He couldn't believe that such a warrior race could have been exterminated. "I'm not sure what to think about that. From what you've told me, they sound somewhat like the Viltrumites and how they conquer planets, but wiping them all out is still an atrocity." Goku set down his half-eaten hamburger and scratched his head, looking uncertain. "Well, yes and no. The Saiyans weren't exactly good people, and most of them lived only to fight and conquer planets. But they were ruled by someone even worse, who forced them to do all that." Invincible frowned as he processed this. The idea of such a powerful race being manipulated and then destroyed was unsettling. "How did you survive?" Goku took another big bite of his hamburger before answering. "They sent me to Earth when I was a baby. Apparently because the Saiyans would send infants to conquer weaker worlds. But I was lucky. My grandpa Gohan found me and raised me as his grandson. Thanks to him, I learned to be a good person, not a conqueror." Invincible nodded, realizing that Goku's upbringing had set him on a different path from what he might have become. "That sounds similar to what happened with me. My father also came from another planet, but his original intentions weren't the best." "Yeah, I remember what you told me, and it seems like, unlike the Saiyans, the Viltrumites are more organized with their conquests." Invincible sighed, recalling everything that had happened with his father. He didn't want the conversation to get too dark, so he changed the subject. "Anyway, the important thing is that we decided to do the right thing, no matter where we come from." Goku grinned broadly and finished the rest of his hamburger in one bite. "Exactly, and that's why I always train. You never know what kind of enemy might show up." "Speaking of that, I'm surprised at how strong you are. I think you could even beat a Viltrumite without any trouble." Goku folded his arms, mulling over how powerful a Viltrumite might be. "That sounds interesting. I've never fought one, but if they're as tough as you say, I wouldn't mind giving it a try." Invincible smiled, feeling more comfortable with Goku. Despite Goku's overwhelming power, his friendly, easygoing personality made him pleasant to be around. But right then, Invincible got a call from Cecil, who had detected some unusual activity at the Mauler Twins' lab. They had recently escaped from prison under mysterious circumstances. I don't know what the twins are up to this time, but there's a very high energy reading in that area, so I'm requesting your help with this mission. Seriously? Those two escaped again? Alright, I'll head right over. Bring Goku with you while you're at it. This will be a good chance to see how he handles this kind of situation and assess his performance. Got it. After that brief exchange, Invincible ended the call and turned to Goku as he stood up. Well, I guess you heard him. We gotta go. Goku had already finished eating and smiled excitedly. Great! It's just what I need to burn off my meal. Both of them shot out of the restaurant, leaving the staff slack-jawed at how fast they vanished. While flying through the city, Invincible felt more secure having Goku at his side. He knew this battle would be different with him as an ally. They streaked through the sky toward the Mauler's lab. As they flew, Mark glanced sideways at Goku, a bit surprised by his enthusiasm. I'm not sure what to expect from the Maulers this time, but if Cecil detected a high energy reading, they're definitely cooking up something big. That sounds fun. I like it when the enemies are strong. It makes things more interesting. I don't know if fun is the word I'd use, but at least we'll be ready for anything. What neither Goku nor Invincible knew was that the Mauler Twins weren't acting alone. They were working with Angstrom, specifically his normal pacifist version from before he turned evil. He was the one who'd freed them from prison, but only so they could build a machine for all his variants and absorb their knowledge to improve life conditions in every reality. When they arrived, Goku and Invincible landed with caution. From the outside, the Mauler's lab looked more heavily fortified than before, causing Mark to frown. I wonder why this place is so reinforced. Don't worry, I'm sure we'll handle this in no time. After saying that, Goku quickly sensed the energy of the people inside the lab, surprised by how many there actually were. But what was most bizarre was that although several presences were inside, most felt exactly the same, like clones. There's definitely something weird going on in there. We'd better figure out what it is. Invincible nodded, and both decided to force their way in before anything else could happen. In a flash, they broke through the walls to enter and locate the Mauler Twins. Because of the tremors caused by the collapsing walls, the twins immediately realized someone had busted in.
Damn, it looks like they know where we are. No time to lose. Luckily, the machine's already ready.
Good. Then we have to use it right now. With that, the main Angstrom stepped up to a huge machine and connected his head to a helmet. He wasn't the only one linked to it, though. There were many Angstrom variants attached as well, all normal versions, but the main one was the one who could open portals to different universes. As mentioned before, the goal was to absorb all of his variants' knowledge in order to find the solutions to the world's problems, and bring peace with that information. The only catch was that it needed time to load everything in a stable way, otherwise it could be dangerous. But while the machine was still loading, Goku and Invincible made their way through the facility until they finally reached the Mauler Twins and their equipment. Goku focused on them, noticing that both twins had exactly the same energy signature, as if they were the same person, confirming to him that they were clones. Meanwhile, the twins were surprised to see Invincible accompanied by someone they didn't recognize.
Great. As if it wasn't enough before, now there's another hero. Do you really have to ruin everything? We're in the middle of a revolutionary breakthrough, something that will change all realities.
He said this while keeping quiet about the true arrangement with Angstrom. Invincible folded his arms, not believing a word of it. Right, because the last time you tried a revolutionary breakthrough, you nearly destroyed the city. What are you up to now? The other Mauler, irritated, pointed at Angstrom to buy time.
We're gathering knowledge from multiple versions of Angstrom in other dimensions. There's nothing illegal about that.
Goku just tilted his head as he tried to figure out how the machine worked, without much success. And what's that supposed to do for you? Angstrom opened his eyes and looked at both heroes with a calm expression. The goal is to pool the intelligence of all my variants so we can find solutions to the world's problems. Hunger, poverty, wars. Everything can be resolved with the right knowledge. Invincible raised an eyebrow at their so-called plan, remaining skeptical. And how is this machine supposed to do that without blowing up?